Hey, how are you? My name is Jason Dinner, and in this short video, I'm going to share with you 5 different ways you could get more free traffic to your website using Pinterest. And before I get into these 5 ways, I just want to let you know that you're going to want to stick around to the end of this video. It's really short anyway, but you want to stick around to the end because I'm going to tell you how you can get access to another bonus video. And I say bonus with quotes, but whatever. It is a bonus video because I'm going to share with you how and show you exactly how I went from 1,081 visits here from March 31st to April 29th. This is my analytics account to 4,872 visitors from April 30th to May 29th, which is right now. It's May 30th. It's like 3:50 in the morning, and I wanted to make this video, but I'm showing you, completed days. This obviously the 30th isn't complete, so that's an increase of 451%, and it's 4.5 times the amount of traffic. I'll break down some more math when we get back to this, but make sure you stick around to the end. So anyway, let's get into the 5 methods, the 5 ways to use Pinterest, excuse me, to get more traffic. The first one, and these are basic, but you might not know any of them because I'm very new to I'm fairly new to Pinterest. I've only been using it for this year, since the beginning of like around January, February. I started using Pinterest. So, but I'm already seeing amazing results with it. So the first one is, the first few are obvious. Um, the first way to get uh, more traffic from Pinterest is to follow other Pinterest users. Okay, follow other Pinterest users who are interested in your topic. If you're talking about losing weight, follow people who share and who um, who share who pin and talk about on Pinterest, who share information on weight loss and living healthy and all that stuff. The second way is to pin stuff. Um, Actually use Pinterest by pinning your content or other people's content. Okay. The third thing you could do is repin other people's pins. That's an easy way. You don't really have to do much work there. You just find cool stuff that on Pinterest and you just repin it. There's a little button that'll say repin, and if you're already on Pinterest, you're probably doing that already. The fourth thing you could do is tell people to follow you, which means tell people in Facebook, tell your friends on Facebook. Maybe if you have followers on Twitter, tell them to follow you. Hey, check out my Pinterest page or whatever. If you have an email list, email them. You know, a sneaky way to do it with email is just, hey, check out this cool post I posted on my blog, and you send them to the Pinterest. You send them to your Pinterest page for that particular. You pin the post on Pinterest with an image, a related image, or and then you send people to that Pinterest post, and then that's a sneaky way. It's not. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but instead of just sending people to your blog, you make them take one extra step by going to instead of sending them right to your blog post, make them take one extra step to go to Pinterest first, which is fine because you could just you could train your followers to do whatever you want them to do. Some will, some won't, and that is what it is. But you could also put a banner on your blog or whatever that says follow me on Pinterest, or use that little P button. They have like that P button that they give you. So that's enough for number four. I mean, I actually mentioned like 4 different ways just in number four to get more free traffic from Pinterest. The fifth way is using hashtags like you would in Twitter. So like if you're in the niche, if you're in the the survival niche, you might want to put survival as a hashtag, or SHTF, which stands for shit hits the fan, or prepping or whatever. And what happens is when you do that when you do that in a pin, because when you post on Pinterest, you can write a description and put your link in there, and you could actually uh, make your what you'll call it, the image actually clickable to go back to wherever you want them to go. Um, but anyway, when you use these hashtags, they become clickable. And what happens is when people do searches this way on Pinterest for stuff that for they's type of things that they're interested. So if they're interested in survival or they're interested in prepping, they'll type in prepping, and because you had this hashtag, your pin will come up as the latest pins. And they'll see hundreds of pins and thousands of pins, but you'll be at the, when you make a fresh pin, you're at the top of the page for, for the, for the topic or whatever. So there's 5 ways right there. Doing this, I was able to build up my following and get 1,081 visits. This was the most I've done up until this point, from March 31st to April 29th. If I go all the way back, I don't even remember when I got my Pinterest account, but let's just say from January 31st to March 31st, um, to April 29th. I'm sorry. Real quick, April 29th, right? Um, as you can see, so this is basically when I started doing Pinterest, January 14th. I only, in the first, it's only been, so I got, this is crazy. I never really looked at this. I'm looking at this right now, but look at this. From all this time, I got 2,195 visitors from Pinterest, right? From January 14th until April 29th. That's February, March. That's 3.5 months it took me to get 2,195 visitors. And then I flipped the switch. Let me just change this date. Let me change this time to what I had originally. The time frame was what was it, March 31st to April 29th, which is 30 days, right? So we had 1081, and then by making this one change, which I will share with you in this bonus video, um, I went from getting 1,081 visits the month before to getting, the 30-day time period before, to getting 4,872 visits, which is a 451% increase, I believe. Let me just do the math real quick. Actually, let me get the calculator here so you can see it. All right, so we do 4,872 divided by 1081. All right, 451%. All right, 4.5 times, 4.5 times the amount of traffic from month to month, and more than twice as much traffic from the first 3.5 months till, the first 3.5 months versus this last month. I got more than twice as much traffic. Also, I went from, to break down the math even more, I went from 1080 divided by 30, which is 36 visits a day, to 4872 divided by 30, which is 162. So I almost, so it's like I said, it's 4.5 times, or 450% increase in traffic back to my site. And this site in particular, I do, and I'll show you my site in the next video. Not that it really matters. It's just, it's a site in this particular, it's a niche site, but the site gets a lot of traffic, and this is just one little portion. I'll once you get access to this video, you'll see some of the other crazy stuff I'm doing to get traffic to this site. I mean, I'm getting 50,000 visits a day. I'm not a day, a month or more to this site. So anyway, um, uh, let me show you one other thing, and then I'll tell you how to get access to that bonus video. All right? I hope you're still with me, and I hope you've learned something today. And I hope you're excited about the potential of getting a lot of free traffic from Pinterest. And let me also tell you something. And when I say free traffic, free traffic isn't always necessarily 100% free. You got to invest some time to get free traffic. But I'll tell you one thing. It literally takes me 5 to 10 minutes a day to get all of this traffic. And it took me about the same amount of time. It took me about the same amount of time before I learned this one secret that I'm going to share with you in the next bonus video. To do this, and but now look at the results. I'm getting 4.5 times the amount of traffic, and that's going to keep going up the more I do this, because it's building my following a lot faster. So let me just show you real quick. So I took this screenshot on May 14th. I had 698 followers from my site, from my my Pinterest account. All right, it took me 3 months. Remember, I started on January 14th. 3 months exactly. Now that I look at this date and do some math in my head, it took me 3 months to get 698 followers. Then from May 14th, I didn't take a screenshot on April 29th, but that doesn't matter. From May 14th until now, like earlier this morning, I went from 698 to 899 followers. Early May 30th. So I basically got, I basically got, what is that? 899. Well, let me get my other calculator out. 899 minus 698. It's an increase of 201, which is 201 divided by 698. It's it's 20. I basically 29% of I got 29% more followers, or I increased my followers by another 30% or 100 and I don't yeah I think it's 30%, whatever it is. But basically, you see the math. It took me 3.5 months to get to. It took me three months to get to 698 followers, and then in 2 weeks I went from 698 to 899, and that number is steadily increasing every day. So if you want to learn this secret, what I did to get all of this extra traffic, how I increased my traffic by 4.5 times or 450%, there's probably a link below the video or somewhere on the page, because I'm gonna be sharing this video in a couple of places: YouTube, um, uh, uh, this other hosting service that I use, and I'll even post it on, post a video on Facebook. So wherever you see the link, it might be below, it might be next to it. I might even have this video on a squeeze page, but either way, wherever you see this link, click the link and give me your email address where I could send you this video, and I'll show you how I went from 1,080 visitors in 1 month to 4,872 visitors from Pinterest the next month. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really appreciate you for coming to check it out and finding me. And there'll be more coming. Thank you once again, and make sure you click the link wherever you see it, or if you're already on a squeeze page, enter your email, and I'll send you this video. Okay, because you're gonna love it. All right. Talk to you soon.